All right, now we're recording. Thanks, Jeff. Forgot that. All right, so we're gonna focus on the left side over here. If you guys are excited to see this, right? Like if you guys really want to take your business to the next level and you're ready to go, drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know you guys are excited. Let me know that you're ready to go, that you're ready to take it to the next level. All right, there we go. Let's go. Who's excited? Who wants to do some math this morning? This is the best math. This is for yourself. This will put more money in your bank account. All right. So on the left side, okay, we're talking about for our sellers. Really simple. Breaks down. You've got to know how many appointments you're getting, what percent that you're converting that you're going on, okay, so how many appointments you have, what your conversion rate is from that, and then you need to essentially know what percent of the listings that you get yourself. Okay, and when you break this down into a formula, okay, you're able to actually go through and figure out exactly what those numbers look like. So go ahead and start writing all these things, writing all these out. Okay, we'll start at the top. I did this last night a few different times. And when you have this formula, you can look at the numbers and you can start to change certain things. Okay, so first off, let me see. I think I have like a whiteboard here. I have a whiteboard. Let me see. Maybe I don't. And it's no, I don't. Okay. So first, right, let's say for your listing appointments, okay, like last year we did 100 listing appointments, okay? So like we want to break this down into a year-long plan, okay? So if you go on 100 listing appointments.
JC, you're muted.
Can you not hear me? Shane's not muted. Can you not hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah. So I'm muted, but Shane's not because we're next to each other and he has better volume. Perfect. You guys can't hear me at any time, just let me know. Okay, so we went through and we looked at this, and let's say that you got 100 seller appointments, okay, for the year, which is about what we did last year, a little bit over that. A lot of the appointments we go on, okay, it just comes down to knowing the kind of appointments. We go on a lot of circle prospecting or what we call preview appointments, so they're not always the most qualified. So when I first went through and I looked at this, I was like, okay, cool. Let's say if I go on 100 appointments, let's say we get 25% conversion rate. Okay, that essentially means 1 out of every 4 appointments that we go on, we're getting the listing. You guys follow me on that? Drop a 2 if you guys are following right now. Okay, perfect. So if we did that, then we have 25 converted listing appointments, right? And then after that, let's say that we sell 70%. Okay, that means out of every 10 listings that we have, 3 of them aren't going to sell, right? And it's always better to start on the conservative side with this. Only time you want to be conservative, because if you go above that sell rate, let's say you get 9 out of 10, that's great. That gross revenue at the bottom is going to just be bigger. Thank you, Jeff. And so we want to kind of be conservative because it can always go up, right? But we don't want to start at the top because then, we fall a little bit below that. So let's say we have 25 converted listings, right? 70% of them are going to sell. Okay, that would mean that we have 18 sellers sold. Okay, now let's say that now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what's your guys' average sale price. This depends on the area you're in. Maybe it's 300,000, maybe it's 400,000, maybe it's 750, maybe it's $1 million. So for us, I think for last year, somewhere around 750,000. So that's what I ran it at. So if we have 18 sellers sold by 750,000, okay, and you multiply them, and you can see over here on the left, you're literally just multiplying each one. Okay, then we're going to have 13,500,000 in volume. Now what we're going to do is you're going to figure out what your average commission rate is. Okay, for us, it's usually 3%. We've done co-listings and things like that as well. So we've taken 1.5% sometimes. So to be more conservative, again, right, I'd rather be under than over on my numbers. So I just said, all right, let's just look at a 2% average commission rate. Okay, so at a 2% average commission rate, boom, that gives me 270,000 as gross revenue. You guys following that? Drop some numbers in the chat. What are you guys' gross revenue that you're looking at the moment? What are you guys, using for your numbers? And keep in mind, this is over a 12-month span. If you have 100 listing appointments in 12 months, that's less than 10 a month. which actually sounds super conservative because I know we could do more than that. Right. So keep in mind you have a 12-month span. What numbers you want to be at? And so like what I did originally, like I'll show you guys real quick, is I just wrote it out blank, essentially as it is, so that I can essentially just look at it and I grab my calculator at any point, right? And we can just start looking at numbers. So let's just say, for example, let's say we just want to go on 50 appointments for the year. So we're going to start with 50. And then let's say we're using a 40% conversion rate. Okay. That puts us at 20 listings that we have. Okay. And then after that, okay, now we have them. What percent of them are going to sell? Let's say we sell 80%. Awesome. That means I've sold 16 of them. If my average sale price was 500,000, okay, that puts me at 8 million. And then let's say that we use a 2.5% commission. Okay, that puts me at 200,000 in gross revenue. You guys following that so far? Who wants to share? Stop sharing my screen right now. If you guys don't have that, want me to share it again, let me know. I just kind of want to share my screen so you guys can see what we're writing down. It's easier than speaking it. But who wants to share? Like, what are your numbers? What are you looking at? You know, like, what do you want to achieve? Absolutely. Of course. Does that make sense to you guys? Were you guys able to see that? I would love to. Anyone want to volunteer to be able to talk about their numbers? Like, look, this is a safe place. You know, everyone here. That's a great question. Is that before or after the split given to the broker? It would technically be, I'm not accounting for it because you have 3 million in volume. So, you know, if you're in EXP, you're going to give 20% only up to 3 million. So more than likely, you know, Florida average commission is 10K. What do you mean by that? 10? Oh, you're saying percentage wise, it comes out to 10K, Jeff? What do you mean by that? Feel free to talk about that. And yeah, that would be before splits and everything. Okay, yeah, it's 10%, 10K on average. So yeah, it would be before splits, right? But again, here's a great thing, you know, it's like if you're in EXP, it's an 80-20 split until you hit 3 million. And then beyond that, if you do an extra 20 transactions, okay, you'll icon and you'll get everything back in stock. So it's not accounting into splits. You can do a little bit more complicated math to figure that out, right? But if like we just looked at it, you know, let's say 9 million or essentially 8 million, right? And you cap at 3, about 30% of it you're in pay of commission on. So there's ways to figure that out, but this is, again, that's why it's the gross revenue. Exactly. 100%. See, and that's right. Now you can take it and go, okay, cool, per month. Okay, so like if I have 25 converted listings or 25 listings that I need to get, okay, how many listings do I need to get a month? Just over 2. Okay. And there's so many different ways that you can look at this math, right? Like, okay, if I need to get, let's say, 3 listings a month, and it takes me on average 500 calls to be able to get a listing, that means I need to make 1,500 calls every 30 days to be able to get my 3 listings to be able to achieve my goals. So you can essentially, like Tony just said, you can reverse engineer every single aspect of this to be able to figure out how many calls do I need to make, how much do I need to be on the phones, where does my time need to be spent, and you can look and go, okay, hey, let's say, for example, fast forward, now we're in March. Awesome. I'm in March. I've had 2 listings taken so far this year. My goal is 20. I need to make up this much time. So I'm going to stop doing everything but first lead generating. So after you cap, if you have just 20 transactions, there's not an amount that it has to be at. You can do less than 20 transactions if it comes up to 500,000 in gross commission income. So it's the 20 total transactions or 500,000 in GCI. Exactly, 100%, right? You can see if you're falling behind or, you know, where you're at with your goals, and then you can dedicate more time. You can go, okay, cool. Like, I'm not going to events. I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to lock myself in a room. I'm going to call 12 hours a day because I'm this far behind on where I desire to be right now. And I know that first thing I need to do is lead generate. So need a volunteer. Who wants to talk about their numbers? This is your stage. This is an opportunity for you to proclaim what you want. I will pick on someone. If you guys can't share, drop a 3 in the chat.
Hey, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off because my workers to do the rest of my cleanup canceled at the last minute because I texted the brother and not him. That's an interesting reason to cancel, but I'll find somebody else to get the job done. It's still getting done today either way.
Okay, good. Yolanda can't share. Great job, Danielle. All right, let's see. Lamel, you around? Lamel don't have a mic right now.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You ready to share?
Honestly, I am not ready to share. Yesterday I kind of woke up kind of late, so
Okay. Were you able to see what we're doing and write down some numbers?
um, one second.
No fear. Do you have a piece of paper and a pen in front of you?
No, I do not. Kind of came in late,
Okay.
but I do think I had, no, I don't know what that is right now.
We'll work
yeah.
through it together, okay? So
Yeah.
let's say in the next 12 months, how many listing appointments do you think you want to go on?
I would say, I believe my numbers were like probably like 45 listing appointments.
Okay. And keep in mind, this is just formula. We can start with anything. You can always change numbers. So we're just going to run with it. Okay. So let's say we got 45 listing appointments.
Yeah.
What percent of the listings that you go on are you going to take? What's going to be your conversion rate on that?
70 or 65, I'll say 70%.
Okay, 70%. This is where you need a calculator, guys, right? So now what we're going to do, right, is we're going to take the 45. We're going to multiply it by 70. That means you're going to have 31 and a half listing appointments, right? So you can't have 30, a half a listing appointment. So I always will round it down. Okay. So that means we're going to have 31 listings. Follow me so far, Lamel?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next question I got for you is, out of the 31 listings that you have, what's your conversion rate of selling them?
I would say I think it's the same, around 70%.
Okay, cool. I can agree with that. We'll take that. So if you have 31 listings and you sold 70% of them, we're at 21.7. We again can't sell 0.7 of a listing, so we're always going to round down. Okay, so now we're at 21 sold. Okay, so looking at our chart again, right? The next thing that we're going to do is, what is the average sale price for the listings that you take, Mel? Mel, where'd you go? You muted yourself.
Oh, it was on mute. Okay. I was saying I would set the average around 600,000.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to have a 600K average. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 600 by 21. And that's going to give us 12.6 million. Okay. Now, what is the average commission rate?
3%.
Okay. So if you got 3% on everything, that will put your gross revenue at $378,000. Obviously, before all your expenses and everything else.
Well, what would it be for 2.5%?
Love that. See, I always start a little bit lower, right? Because we can always go up. So 12.6 by 0.25 is 315.
Okay.
So $315,000 gross revenue. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds pretty nice to me. I can definitely use $300,000. I think that's an amazing place to start. And you now have to ask yourself and go, okay, like, am I willing to put in the work that it takes to be able to get to this 315? So let's say, right, we were talking earlier, you want to get 45 listing appointments. Okay, let's say, how many calls on average do you think it takes for you to get an appointment?
Wait a second here. You did 12 million times 2.5%.
Yeah.
And that came out to 315, you said?
Yeah. What, do you not believe my calculator? I didn't do it in my head. I did. I just checked it. I promise. Like 1260000. Okay. That's
Hmm.
12.6 times 0.025. Okay. 0.025. That's 2.5%. It's gonna be $315,000.
Because that's an 80-20 split, correct?
It's only an 80-20 split for 3 million of that. So you're technically only giving up 20% on 25% of that because your volume's at 12.6. So it's a little less than 25%.
Hmm.
That makes sense. So let's say it's closer to maybe 280. I don't know what that math's out in my head. And again, if you icon, you get it back in stock. So, Lamel, how many calls do you think it takes on average for you to get an appointment? Give me just 1 second, Jeff.
I would say maybe I'll say 100 calls.
No, I wish
not
I made
good.
100 calls. You're talking about like 100 dials?
No, like speaking with people.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
first
need to
off,
work
that
on my
means you gotta
conversion.
speak to. So yeah, that means that we have to, right, if you have 100 contacts, okay, and then you had to get 4,500 contacts. How many dials do you think it takes for you to be able to get an appointment?
How many dials? I would say maybe five or 600 dials.
I was saying the original was like 500 or 600. And the fact
No,
is,
I would say 100. Come on. 100 to 1.
dude,
No,
I'm with
dials,
you,
'cause you're
man. You
not
can
gonna
make
answer
100
all of them.
dials and get listing appointments, like great job. But you know, again, you want to be up.
I just did that. I made 75 dials and I got 2 listing appointments.
Okay, cool. And when's the appointment before that?
What?
I said, and how many dials was it before that? Like, I understand.
You're going off of averages too. So it's not like sometimes you may have like one day where you get like 5 listing appointments, and other days you may call 2,000 people and not get anything at all. So you know, it's depending on the average.
100%. We're looking for something like on average, because again, like Mel just said, I've had days where I start dialing and the first call gave me an appointment, and it's amazing. It's like Christmas. Then I've had, 3 days where I made 2,000 dials and got 0. So on average, let's say it took 500. And again, if it takes less, then awesome, your numbers are less. But if it took you 500 dials, that would mean you only need to do 22,500 dials in 12 months to be able to make this 315,000 in gross revenue.
22,500 dials. So how many would it be per week, or I'll just say per day? Oh, it's 500 dials per day.
Well, so essentially, I mean, you did 500 per day, it can be way more, but you could do per week. There's what, 52 weeks in a year, I think, right? 56,
Yeah.
52, right?
52.
So we're going to take that and divide it by 52. That means you got to do 432 dials a week.
A week?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's
There's
if
no
you
way.
can convert at these numbers. That's where you're
Yeah,
at.
that's true.
So if you double that, you do 800 dials a week, and then maybe it's one every 1,000 you're getting.
That's complete. That's really doable though, because if you do it
That's
per
80.
week,
That's 83 dials a day.
yeah, that's not really too bad.
83 dials a day you can complete in 1 hour if you really time block and just dial.
If you have a dialer, you could do that in like 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Nope.
So that's the thing, right? Is like, you gotta just look at, where you're at, you guys are at, right? And whatever brokerage you're with, look at what your splits are. If you guys cap, and if you don't, right, then it's super easy to just figure out what your splits are at and where you would be at. But the whole point of it, right, is like being able to look at it, right? And Lamel, like, does that help looking at these numbers and going, okay, like that's what I need to achieve to be able to hit the target that I want? Does that help you a little bit?
Yeah, that does help a lot. I think the main thing is just knowing the dials you got to make per day, but then also and then obviously you work on your conversion while you have a set number of dials you make per day.
100%. So, Jeff, do you want to say something?
No, 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 I'm actually good. I'm good now.
Well, be great.
I'm
Don't be
good.
good.
Hello.
All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Who wants to go?
I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah, I love volunteers. Let's go, Dugan. I want to do some math.
Very
I know
good,
you
Dugan.
love math. I know. I could tell it.
I do when it comes to money, man. I love looking at money. I'm like, all right, cool. This is how I can make some money. Sign me up. So let's start. How many appointments you going on in 12 months?
12 months. Let's
12
just
months.
say.
Give me a number of appointments.
All right. All right. Let's just say. Let's just say 100.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll start at the same place. Okay, so we got 100 appointments. What's going to be your conversion rate?
I'll say keep it nice. Maybe like 75%.
So you're telling me out of every 4 appointments you're going on, you're getting 3 of them.
Correct.
Where are you at currently with your conversion?
What? Where am I at?
Yeah. Like, how many listing appointments you've been on since, let's say the beginning of the year? And how many listings have you converted? Because like we said, we can look at, higher numbers all day, but we want to start lower.
All right. Well, let's see. Oh gosh, I gotta think this.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
ballpark.
every listing appointment I've been on, I've won.
Okay.
Actually, besides one. Well, but it fell through afterwards. So just
And how
count.
many have you done in the last year? 50?
No.
Okay, so how many listings are you taking this year?
How many listings? Let's see. 1, 2. Let's just say 5.
Okay, so you're telling me you're gonna get 20 times that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we got chief higher.
I mean, I'm with you, but again,
Love the
what do you want?
All right, fine. Let's just 10x it.
Yes, let's start at 50, okay? So you got 50 appointments. If you converted 75% of those, which is insane, that would be 37.5. So we'll call basically 37 listings, okay? And then after that, okay, what's your conversion rate on selling them?
Selling them. If sellers get more realistic, I'll say 75.
All right, so you basically have 28 sold. Okay, now what is your average sales price?
Average sale price, I'll say. I don't know, it's hard. Let's just say like 800.
Okay,
Just
we'll
to
do
keep it.
800.
Yeah.
So 800, you had 22,500 in volume, 22,500,000 in volume. Yeah, that's how good it gets fun. Now, what's your average commission percentage?
That means if it's 20, you said 22 million in volume.
Yeah,
That means I'd be making just about 475,000 in commission.
Well, I'll tell you right now, what's your commission rate?
Well, my commission rate is 75%.
No. Look, 3% or 2% of the
3%, 2%,
sales.
1%?
Yeah, it's 75% of 3%.
Yeah, but so again, right, like,
It's
'cause-
3%, 3%. Okay, 3%.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna worry about caps right now. So 3%, you get 3% on everything. Have you ever taken anything less?
No, because if I take anything less, that just, no, I don't hold myself to a lower standard.
Well, I mean, we co-list stuff, so we'll take stuff for less sometimes.
No, but like usually for I know you're aiming more for the like ultra like luxury market. I don't think usually the listings for those or the commission rates for those are like usually 2, right? I'm not, or like
It just-
2.5.
All right, well, I'm not in that yet.
It just
we're-
depends. Okay, if you did 22.5 in volume at 3%, by the way, that's 670,000, 75,000.
Yeah, but I calculated off of my split, like after my team splits.
Okay, do you have to split
Oh.
everything?
Yes, I have to split everything.
So you get, what, 75%?
Yeah,
That's 506,250.
yeah.
That's still good, really good.
It's extremely good. So. How you guys feeling? Drop me
All
some
right,
numbers
come
in
on,
the chat.
Going. I need to keep hearing these numbers.
Keep going. You're at the end of this formula. What do you want to do it again?
Did
Wait,
you
no, what
didn't do
about
the
dials?
dials or how many
Yeah, we
calls?
didn't do the
you have to do?
dials.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so how many dials do you think it takes to get an appointment?
I'm going to my Mojo data.
You can estimate it. You basically have taken, if you're really looking at the numbers like that. You
All
say,
right,
okay, I'm
so
taking
let's
10.
see. In 30 days, I made 879 calls. I contacted 1,000. Oh, no, whoa, that would be crazy. 107.
So
my
you
contact-
did 879 dials in the last 30 days?
Yeah,
How many appointments you get in the last 30 days?
the appointments in the last 30 days. Well, now 2.
Okay, so again, close to 500. That's like 440. So let's just say 500 by 50 is going to be 25,000 dials.
A week.
That's for the year to be able to get 50 appointments. If you divided that by 52, it's going to be 480 dials a week.
480.
Yep. Does that make sense?
All right, that's $100 a day. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, that's again, if you can average at those numbers.
Well, I'm just gonna shoot for $100 a day.
Well, I would shoot for, 200-300, and the more dials you make, the more room you have to be able to make it up other places.
And if you have a dialer, you should probably shoot for more.
I've switched actually from a triple line dialer to a single line dialer. Just, I don't know. I find it more, I get more people to connect with for some odd reason.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right. Well, we are a little over time here, but I don't mind. I think we can do another one. Like, this is all up to you guys. Like, I don't know about you. Let me know if this is helpful for you guys. But I think it's super great to be able to like look at the numbers and go, okay, like this is what I need to do. And instead of like looking at this giant, massive goal, like we've been able to break it down and go, okay, like 480,000 a week.
The good news about this, like I'd like to say this is that this is not including us doing other versions of lead gen as well. If this is us consistently making calls on this specific schedule while we're figuring out different ways, could do a lot more deals as well. So
Exactly. This isn't counting referrals, like, thank you, JR. I appreciate that. Right. You can do referrals. You can, have sign leads. Like there's so many other directions, like Melga said, that leads can come from. And again, you've got the other side of this. It's the exact same math, but you can do it for buyers as well. So you got to figure out how many sellers do you want to work with, how many buyers you want to work with, and you can really start computing those numbers. So I'm gonna drop a link in here again, okay? This is the link to be able to sign up. Make sure you guys got your dues in. It'll be $5 a month starting Monday. Okay, if you guys don't get that taken care of this weekend, you won't be here Monday. Okay, we're gonna start a competition, 30 days. Every 30 days, whoever has the most signed listing appointments or signed listing agreements, that's the right word there, or has the most signed listings, gets the pot. So, and Shane, Jeff, Christina, myself, we're not included. Okay, like this is for you guys, right? To be able to see it and go like, okay, cool. Like I know I can win, right? So like, what are you guys willing to do? And you guys really want to get great and you want to continue to get more listings and continue to get close to these numbers. Like I'm willing to do one-on-one calls every week, 20 minutes if you guys want some help, but we're going to set goals every 30 days, JR. So every 30 days, we're going to do a new contest.
Oh,
So-
wait, Jay, quick question. We didn't do the amount of do you still have my numbers in front of you?
Yep, they're right here on my
So
notebook.
how many listing appointments would I have to go on per month? I don't think we did that, or per week.
So if you want 45 listing appointments per month, you do it just divided by 12, which
Yeah.
comes out to 3.75.
Okay.
So you would actually have to go up on that and you had to go to 4 so that you're not underachieving it.
So
So
one listing appointment per week.
exactly.
Okay.
You can reverse engineer every single aspect of it, just figuring out units of time and where things are at. So, but yeah, JR, it'll be every 30 days. So every 30 days, we'll have a new contest. So it's $5 a month, $5 every 30 days to be able to participate. And at the end of every 30 days, okay, we're gonna have a new contest. So tons of opportunities. Maybe we'll do something at the end of the year. We'll see as we get down there. Okay, but if you guys really want to continue to get great, you want to sharpen your skills, let me know. Like I'm willing to do one-on-one calls. We'll talk about your goals, where you're at and where you want to go. I'll hold you accountable. As long as you're willing to work, we can keep doing it. And then, yeah, I already dropped the link. Make sure you guys sign up. Make sure you guys go fill that out. And again, like we said earlier, the only reason you're not willing to sell, only reason you're not willing to achieve these goals, reason you're not willing to do exercises like this is there's something you don't know. There's a problem that you're facing, a wall you're looking at. If you tell us what you're looking at, then we can help you move through it. But if you don't, otherwise we're just kind of shooting in the dark and going, I have no idea how to help. So appreciate you guys. Think about this all weekend. Okay. Make sure you're looking at your numbers, deciding what you want. Let us know if you need any help. We really appreciate you guys taking the first step. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Appreciate you investing in yourself. Join us in our war room. It's Christina.global. Make sure you're in the Telegram chat. We'll also post it in there. You guys need me, as people have figured out, you can text, call me anytime, and I will get to you and I'll answer your question.
Yeah, and guys, you guys have to be vulnerable. If you guys don't actually open up, then you won't actually start getting help. Like for example,